All these clones, we the original.
So she's a twerk queen, right? So
why is she a twerk?
Man, twerk
We
queen
need
in the
proof.
Bahamas.
Well, I twerk out fun with Tamara. You're gonna have to get to know these guys so that you can show them your twerking. Or you guys, I think she has some video posted on her social media handle. You can take a look at it.
Tell her, get at me. DM Lord Jalen Willett.
Okay. But
yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
The tourists come over to chill on the beach, but they don't come over the hill where we sleep. We got nightmares and they got fantasies. No sanity, it's just insanity. My mommy hoping nothing happens to me.
So, new place, new digs, a new style. You know, see what I saying? So, welcome to another episode of Erryting Kool. We in a new, different place. We like to get artsy farts, and you see the art on the wall. We in like no big metropolitan city. We right here still in the Bahamas, and I got a very special guest on the right of me. And please introduce yourself.
hi, everybody.
And tell them where we are right now.
Okay.
No.
Hi, everybody. My name is Eldica, and right now we are in the Emaj store, sitting on the Emaj store couch in front of the Emaj store resident art piece.
Art pieces.
Yeah, art pieces.
Well, yeah. You know who it is. It's Lord Jalen Willard, the Sage, Mr. Cool Fresh, all kind of different names. But, I like to be regal. I like to be fancy. Shout out Demon Slayer because I had to,
Hello.
put the whip on the whip.
It's nice. It's nice.
But, on every episode, we like to, but before I get into that, we have, the party in the backyard. The usual suspect.
Yep, the usual
The lone
suspect.
wolf.
No. I should actually change it. You know what? I can't put it inside the AKAs today. So we have
multiple
Peach
AKAs.
Giovanni, aka PG, aka PG-13, aka PG-13, aka Hidden in Plain Sight, aka your favorite non-bay, aka too many AKAs, aka now newly introduced as the Lone Wolf.
All right. Mom, if you want to come, say things right, you can come past, No,
Can you take my phone, man? Can you? Latoya, you can have my phone.
Latoya, but
Ooh. She's camera shy. She's not gonna come out.
She could come past. Like we always could cut this out.
Yeah. Cause I heard it go ping. Yeah, I heard it ping just now. Even though I put it on silence, I was like, let me get rid of it.
Latoya, where did we left off? So on every show we like to have a segment called the Bahamian word, phrase, saying of the day. And we always like to give our guests the pleasure of giving us such verbiage.
Nobody.
No way. No way. Okay, so tell for our international viewers, tell us what that means.
It means no.
Like no way.
It means
like you probably be like
nobody. It's
like maybe probably in a context like with mother sick, nobody. I can't believe that.
But they're not gonna know what you mean because you saying with mother sick, nobody.
No, but we already give them with mother sick and with bay and all these things. So it's like nobody. So basically, based on Miss Jackson's Bahamian word phrases, then nobody means you're in disbelief. You can't believe it. And instead of saying no way, you say no way. Hey. So I remember the first time I came inside. Well, I've been seeing Emaj Style on social media being promoted, but I remember I was in the neighborhood one day, And I was like, let me finally stop in and check it out for myself. And that day, well, I think I was in mosque, right? Yeah, I was in a mosque. She didn't know who I was until I was like, okay, I like your style. And then she's like, okay. And I was like, I'm Lord Jalen Willett. Oh, for real? And then I was like, from the recipient. Yeah, so I pulled out my mask and, oh my goodness, I love your podcast, this, that. So this has been in the making for, I think, the last 6 months. Probably since probably December.
Yeah.
So, obviously, and then I'm a artist myself, so I like to partake of different artsy-fartsy things, down from my style to what I create. So we and Miss Jackson have been having a lot of interesting conversations behind the scenes, but we want to bring these conversations in front of you guys, and let's get some understanding. Why did you create? Well, first of all, what's some of your early beginnings? How did you start off, and how did you get to this point?
Well, I've done so many different jobs. I've been a construction permit expediter.
Okay.
Secretary, massage therapist.
Wow.
I'm a fashion designer, an artist. And I'll tell you what, even becoming an entrepreneur and starting this business, I've taken on even more jobs. I'm a social media marketing agent. I'm a website designer. I'm the janitor. I'm the delivery person. Everything.
So you are a one-woman army.
Yes.
You should put that on a shirt.
Hello? I think so.
So what put that drive in you to be like, okay, I just gotta hustle, and then we can get to that later. Because I gonna get to
the nitty gritty.
Not the nitty gritty. The one thing that I noticed about your logo, and I keep on forgetting. It's not the amphor symbols. It's the African word. I keep on forgetting.
Hieroglyphic.
No. But while I search it up, tell the people. So what birthed Emaj Style, and what birthed what drives you to be on your
Okay, so
hustle?
I'll tell you, first of all, Emaj is actually my initials. So my name is Eldica Mispa Austin Jackson.
That's a long name.
Yeah. So by divine purpose, I am Emaj. The symbol that's used in the logo is actually an African hieroglyphic that I modified. It kept popping up in my art. Yeah, and
I found the name. It's an Ndinka symbol.
Yes.
The Ndinka symbol. And this is a symbol for...
actually, flip the other way, it means initiative. And so seeing that I took the initiative to start this business, I modified it. And guess what happened when I modified it? It turned into an E. I mean, it's kind of an E. From a distance, it looks like an E. It's also a bit confusing, but...
But I'm saying, I'm a partaker of art, partaker of original people, culture, and everything that pertains to original people. So I noticed it from the start. I'm like, this is an Ndinka symbol. And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, you think you're slick.
Yeah.
You think I wouldn't know what it means. But no.
That's what I gave it my own meaning. Once I modified it, because of what I've been through and my experience, for me, it's a symbol of strength, resilience, the ability to rise above adversity and conquer life. Because life has a habit of just throwing stuff at you.
Indeed.
And it's the way that how you process it and how you respond to it is what determines whether you're going to fail or whether you're going to succeed.
Interesting. So that's the core. So, but obviously everybody is creating some type of brand today.
I know.
Or whatever. It's a brand, this a brand, that brand, that. And then, us being Bahamians, we sort of somewhat create inside a box to where certain things be typical and cliche. So what really caught my eye, well, not just with the symbol, but a lot of her artwork is Basquiat inspired.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. Yeah, the average person probably wouldn't know that, but I'm like, I picked up on the art style immediately, and I was like, okay, so who paint these? And then when you said it was you, so I was like, all right, this is a very interesting lady. So tell us about your style, and tell us how you even got into why streetwear.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Specifically.
First of all, let me talk about my art style. So I studied because for me, I feel like the way that you
What
study.
school you went to?
I went to St. John's.
No, I mean like university.
Oh, I don't want to say it.
Okay. Because you would say you was a fashion designer, so you self-taught.
Fashion. You're gonna have to ask me where I study fashion.
Okay.
Okay, I study fashion at BTVI.
And BTVI, product of BTVI.
Technical and Vocational Institute. I studied fashion design and production there.
Wow. They should be proud of you.
Yes. That is how I have been able to create my own pair of jeans because I learned clothing construction there. So as far as I'm concerned, because I remember when I was working in architecture, I was telling my coworkers, I was like, you know what? I'm an architect of clothing. They were like, you draw plans, I draw clothing plans, okay?
I draw clothing plans. Put that on a shirt.
If you look at it, it's all the same thing.
No, but you need to put that on a shirt too.
Very
I draw
true.
clothing.
Very true.
Lawn t-shirt ideas.
Yeah. So as far as my art goes, I studied so many different artists. I studied Picasso. I studied Francis Bacon. I studied Basquiat, who was my favorite. I studied Kandinsky. I studied Monet. I studied like all the classics, all of them. If you could see, that's Lichtenstein, Mondrian, like I just love art, right? But I think where I've had no real formal art training, Basquiat is the one that really is more relatable to me. His primitive style, he got a kind of a primitive style going on. It's basically mastering the art of drawing like a child.
Only on Erryting Kool.
So it's basically, so it's just me. It's just the way that I'm able to convey and respond to my surroundings. And yeah, that's basically it,
Yeah, because I remember when I was in art school. Well, I did 4 years of art history in school, and like we always would be like, why as a filmmaker I need to study art history and painting and all these different things. And a lot of my lecturers would say, doing art sort of inspires like how you create in other mediums and fields. So it's like, and understanding and identifying how colors and schemes are used could be reflective and other things. So, okay, like, I might not be able to paint, but if I'm developing a brand and say Emaj Style, what better way to make it more unique than having Basquiat themes to capture the eye? So it's like, I may not do it, but understand how to put elements together and what they represent. And understanding the meaning of things, color and objects and things like that, goes a long way. So, so that's what I was like, okay, this is very interesting. So what made you want to, as a fashion major, you could have done anything, but why particularly streetwear?
Well, you know what? First of all, if you love Basquiat, you got to do streetwear. Like, he just street.
Okay.
Not even that. It's kind of the style and the order of the day. It's all about comfort. We're all working from home these days. You want to lounge around. You want simple, basic things. You want to be comfortable, especially as an entrepreneur, as you should know. Becoming an entrepreneur and having so much running around to do and all these type of things, I am a lover of heels, but I can't run around in heels every second of the day. I got to put on tennis shoes. I got to slip on some jeans, because you move faster. You get more done. And so I just wanted to give, and like young people really want to be comfortable. And the mindset of a lot of young people, especially in the Bahamas, is that we got to work for ourselves.
Indeed. And then also, too, it's a lot of more people that, I think maybe for me, it came from, okay, I ain't tripping. I feel like something was flying in my face. Okay. But especially for me, like, with the pandemic and being on TikTok and consuming more social media more, like everybody is more like, I guess, trendy, the couture, getting into sneakers and, the hype beast game.
Because
and
if you look at all the big fashion brands, that's what they're doing. Like,
they're
all
making
brands.
leisure
Exactly.
wear. Like, So, because not every day you want to just dress up. Sometimes you want to look nice, but have something comfortable.
Exactly.
So, that's totally understandable. But as far as making a streetwear brand in the Bahamas, and would you say most of your clientele is, I guess, millennials and Gen Zs? Mm-hmm. So was that your target?
Originally, my target was just Bahamian people. Mm-hmm. But then, the more you study and the more you investigate things, you realize, I realized that it is the millennials and the teenagers and stuff. People who are just young. Most older people that purchase the brand is because they're comfortable with who they are. Mm-hmm. And they want to move forward in the world that we move. We're moving forward, and your style has to change too. So if you were a 50-something, 60-year-old, let me tell you, you put on. I remember a guy walked into the store. He's about close to 60. He's like, "Man, they're saying this for the young boys, man." So I was like, sir, I understand the big logo may be a problem, but we have some more minimalistic pieces with a smaller logo too. He's like, "Man, this ain't for me, man." So I was like, "Sir, listen, just try it on." He put it on. He was like, "Okay, give me 2." And then he went home, and then he went and got dressed up, and someone saw him some, and he got so many compliments that he came back to the store the next day for more. You just want to, for me, I think we're all evolving every day. The world is moving forward. We've been kicked into the future. And so if you want to keep up and you want to look young and fresh, you want to be street. That's where it's at right now.
Yeah. And a combination with being street, mentioning with pop culture. Yeah. And, because obviously we would say urban America has influenced the world. Yeah. To where, as it pertains to style, lingo, certain aesthetics. Very true. Even to where, you have more high-end fashion brands sort of catering to that space now or whatever. They have their traditional stuff. You would have, the Nike Dior, collaborations. Or, a brand like Supreme would do,
Louis Vuitton, collabo.
Yeah. So it's it's somewhat intermingling the high-endness of things. Or even, let's say, for instance, Yeezys or whatever. Okay, they leisurely, but people would get dressed up and put them on. Exactly. Because they look nice enough to wear. Or even, I don't know if you watched not just The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, episode 5, where they talked about the influence of how sneakers went from just sports and athletics to a fashion statement. And I think there's a documentary that was produced many years ago, someone highlighting how he got his deal at Nike and, the boom of Nike. Mm-hmm. So, that mid-'80s into '90s to where everybody, became, sneakerheads. And this ain't just for, I gonna shoot hoops in, but, I put this on and go fresh to the club or fresh somewhere else. And then, obviously, other brands started adapting this thought process to where, okay, we're not going to just make something that look good or going to give you that support to when you in the field of play, but more so something that could be a fashion statement and be put down, And I was even, the pandemic, start TikTok will get you hooked because you start going down that rabbit hole, this sneaker, this sneaker, that, and you start saving videos and how to flip this, this fashion, wear that. And I like to dress up. I know because, I like colors and things like that and make it simple. And you don't even have to really spend that much. You just put things together and then,
But guess what? Speaking about not spending that much, another goal of mine was this. Americans are able to wear those big brands like the Puma, the Nike, and all of them because they're cheap for them. Mm-hmm. That's their brands. They're there, But by the time it's our young people who are already on a budget, you gotta go online or take a trip, buy these things, pay customs, all that.
Do you have to pay customs?
Yeah. I mean, to a point.
I
mean, one like me, I know how to fold things.
Don't give away the secret.
I ain't giving away my secrets.
Yeah, because I'm like.
But I mean, I wanted something to be something affordable for, especially young Bahamians, to be able to, I want Bahamians to have a brand that could stand up next to these brands in the world, and that even like draws my mind to the first time the store opened, my landlord walked and he was like, I love your store, I love your clothes, but you ain't got no Bahamian flag on your clothes. I was like, sir, to tell you the truth, I'm a Bahamian. I know my people. Mm-hmm. When you put the Bahamian flag on your clothes, they become Independence Day only clothes.
Yeah, that's true.
And we want because I've had customers that have traveled wearing these clothes, and where the Bahamian pride comes in is when you in a foreign country and everybody wondering about your drip, and you got to tell them you can only get this in the Bahamas.
Indeed.
And that's where Bahamian pride comes in. That's like when people say, "Oh, if you're a musician and you're not doing rake and scrape, or you're not doing the traditional old school Bahamian music, your music isn't Bahamian." That's not true. I was born here. That's what makes it Bahamian.
It's a pretty patriotic landlord that you got. I thought your landlord was gonna come in there and say, "You making enough to pay rent?"
No, for real, because. I thought he would probably be sort of weirded out by the painting, because to the average person, you see this stuff inside it, you would be like, "Wait, what the hell going on?" Or whatever, not knowing like the art style or whatever. So so that's interesting. He just was like, "Oh, you need a flaming flag on this."
Yeah.
So and then I think that's always been a constant conversation over the last few years of what exactly is Bahamian, or if it pertains to art or music or fashion, does it always have to be representative of where we are? I mean, I think that could always be the case.
No, but you want to know what?
No.
Okay, let's be real. I think we do have the most beautiful waters in the world, in the Caribbean. However, other countries have conch. Other countries have Johnny Cake. Mm-hmm. So we can't keep saying you're Bahamian, makes you Bahamian. No, the fact that you were born in the Bahamas makes you Bahamian. Anything you produce is Bahamian. Anything.
I can see that, but then at the same time, there's always going to be an argument of, okay, yeah, you're born here, tell me that you're born there.
True.
But
man,
I don't think it necessarily always need to be a physical representation of.
It's like the T-shirt you're wearing.
Yeah.
That represents Bahamian pop culture. Now, some people see the colors as being Jamaican. It's not Jamaican. It's that's the United Colors of the Caribbean, if you ask me.
But even these colors, the people be like, "Oh, this Rasta colors," but it's like, fam, no, it ain't.
No.
It's derivative from the Pan-African flag, and
exactly.
There's many nations in Africa that has red, gold,
exactly,
green, and black, because the red is the richness of the blood, gold is the preciousness, green is the land and the vegetation, and black is the people. So and that, because like Jamaica's flag and many other Caribbean islands, like Guyana and many other countries have these colors because it links back to
the people.
Their Jamaica, a lot of people that live in Jamaica are descendants of Ghana. And what color is Ghana's flag? So, like if you do the research and link it back up, it's like it's all one thing. So but with the Bahamian, like even this or whatever, people won't think this Bahamian, but if you from the Bahamas, you know what this is. Or whatever,
you know.
So, see, that's a perfect way you merge in culture without saying, hey, this is this.
Exactly.
Or whatever. So, and I think there's always room for that. I think there's always room to have Bahamian influence, but don't necessarily have to be like, conch, son,
exactly.
This, that,
because you always want to be able to stand up to other people. I want my brand to be able to stand up to other big boy brands in the rest of the world. Mm-hmm. You understand? That's like when people say, "Oh, people in the rest of the world always think that we're stupid." That's because of the things that you all choose to define yourself with.
Exactly.
But when they walk up to this brand, they know, Regardless of it being Bahamian, whatever, I want that.
Yeah. But I really love the space that we're in now to where people are more, and then I guess it's the millennial generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would technically, well, yeah, you would, all of us would be considered millennials. Yeah. So, I skated that right there.
Yeah. I was about to say that.
I got it. You ain't about to get, listen. I was like, yeah. I was like,
do it.
But, you know, all of us have been there, and I think we were creating a space to where it's like, fam, like, you know, whether it be food, brands, or whatever, we just creating, like, yeah, okay, like, I ain't want to give them, like, a shout out, but it's a food service which combines Taiwanese cooking methods with, you know, a Bahamian flair, or, you know, even other places where, okay, they making chicken and waffles, but it's still a Bahamian flair, or they doing this with a Bahamian flair, or that with a Bahamian flair. I mean, I think, you know.
And let me tell you, there are some young Bahamian food places that have popped up recently.
Yeah.
They got the vibes.
Yeah.
They good. I just wish everybody was in one big massive place, so that everyone's exposed to
like the cultural village.
Yeah,
I mean, that'd be cool if we had a cultural village.
Something like maybe if you take all of them and slap them right down here,
like
downtown, like
government.
It would really wake the place up.
Yeah, I think and normally governments do plan things out like that for its citizens, because why don't we have a cultural art district in Nassau? Even though over time, if you understand the history of the Bahamas, there has been attempts to make such things, and they have been sabotaged by higher powers. So, you know, but I think, you know, in the little pockets and spaces we have around the island, there's always room for that. So, you know, we got to wait and see. But we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, you know, chill in our drip. You know, you see me got this little jacket on. Jacket. And we're going to come right back after these messages on Erryting Kool.
Hi, this is your favorite zaddy, Lord Jalen Willard from Erryting Kool. And this episode is sponsored by nobody. If you would like to sponsor an episode of Erryting Kool, feel free to email us at theoriginalpeoplenetwork@gmail.com. Or you can slide in our DMs on Instagram at The Original People Network, or on Facebook, The Original People Network. Now back to your scheduled programming.
So we're back at Emaj Styles on Erryting Kool, because, you know, we got to make, when we touch it, we got to make it cool, you know. See that you saying? Yeah, see. So, let's get into, like, you know, talking about your brand collaborations, because I see you really collab with a lot of, like, local influencers. Tell us about, like, why do you choose to do that? Why you think that is actually beneficial in targeting young millennials? Well, not the young millennials, but all, like, the social influencers, you know, getting heavily involved in Instagram, TikTok. Are you on Twitter and Facebook?
I'm on Facebook, but not Twitter.
Okay. So getting on all the different social media platforms. And then, you know, while we were setting up, we had a very famous Bahamian came through. Like, you know, you see. Like, Daddy Whites came through, dropping by, taking care of us. So tell us why you see that it is important to collaborate with people, like, you know, all the different local influencers, and, you know, promoting your brand that way.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a common sense thing, right? Especially one like Daddy White's. A lot of his following are people that like this style of clothing. And so basically I just want to let them know I exist. Also, you know, I feel like they look good wearing the Nautica and the polo
Tommy
and stuff,
and
the Tommy and all that, but they're Bahamians.
Oh, you have colored polo shirts too?
It's coming.
Okay.
They're Bahamians. They deserve to look good. And there's the best looking brand out on this road. So I decided, let me target them. And then I'll tell you with the whole TikTok thing. TikTok, I'm funny. I am a clown sometimes. I'm very serious here and there, but I'm actually always laughing. TikTok was something that was really therapeutic, I'd say, last year, during the whole lockdown. And you know what? I think I thrive so much on TikTok because it's creative and it's fun and it's pretend. And like, TikTok is streetwear.
For real.
TikTok is streetwear. Like, every time you turn, like, all the famous TikTokers that are dancers, all of them, they're all wearing the hoodies and everything. And so Bahamian kids want to look like that, and they on a budget, and they want something that looks even better. So they come looking for the TikTok store, Emaj.
The TikTok store, Emaj.
I haven't given it the name. I've had about 102 students over a 4-day period come into the store to paint and sip, because that's another element that I've added to the store.
So you collaborated with school students?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've had students come in and they all want these hoodies because they're like, oh my God, we were trying to find a TikTok store. It's the kids have called the store the TikTok store. Yeah, because you have all big Bahamian TikTokers. Yeah. And you want to know what? The Bahamian TikTokers were easier to get to. I'm not trying to knock anybody on Instagram or anything, because I'll tell you what, because they're gonna be watching this. My girl Bodine. Shout out Bodine. Shout her out, because she's beautiful. Her body is banging. She's bodacious. The best. Exactly. Best chef ever. Yeah. My girl Patrice Murrell, the most beautiful person. Her music is fire. Patrice Murrell. Those people, they have a lot of humility to them. They're very humble. Yeah. Regardless of how many people they know in the Bahamas, how many bookings they have, you can still reach out to them and contact them. And then there are the others who have their nose turned up, and they,
Some of them must be watching this show, because when I bump them in public, you do the podcast. So, but TikTok is a whole new format. Everyone was relaxed and creative, and these little kids, they wasn't trying to be famous. They just became famous because they lit. They on fire. Exactly. And so I thought that they were so hilarious, some of them. And I just thought, I just reach out to them and be like, hey, would you like to, I have this store. Could you come? I can give you a t-shirt. And let me tell you, they don't ask you for no money. They ain't fussy. They show up with their whole ring light. They show up with their whole production set up.
They got it going on.
You understand?
They was on this level?
No, they ain't on this level. Wow. And then what the nice thing about it is? They actually, I give them some free stuff, and they come back and they buy.
That's how it's supposed to go, man.
They don't just sit there looking like, every time we wear Emaj woman got to give us something free. No, I gave them some free stuff, and you want to know what? They come back and they buy, and I just have to say, in case of any of them are watching, Fry, Celeste, Keanu, Shavado, Tuguchi.
Make sure share this.
Pick up the big show.
Let me tell you something. Thank y'all so much for helping me to grow my brand. These kids, they so humble. And let me tell you something about them. Everywhere I've been on the road with these kids. They got followers that the known Instagram people in the Bahamas can't dream of. They know it everywhere, and guess what? Kids screaming at them for their autograph.
Nice.
I am telling you. Nice. And they humble.
I got you. Well, on the topic of collaborations and stuff like that, right? To tell the truth, this is the first time I ever seen the actual brand Emaj, right? And when I first came in there, looking straight at that corner right there, it's pretty encouraging, right? Because if you might not know, this what I'm wearing right here is my actual brand too, right?
Listen, that t-shirt, I was staring at it. I can need one.
Right. I wouldn't call myself a fashion designer, but I always was interested in putting designs on shirts. So I do have a line of stuff and stuff like that, right? But it's like, actually seeing that is like, it's kind of not similar, but then I like the scheme of what you have. Because sometimes simplicity is key on a shirt too, right?
Yeah.
And like you say, it tells a story behind it. Once you go into the world, it's a topic of discussion, right? Somebody look at that, hey, what's that about? You start a conversation, and then like you say, you tell them, hey, you only get this in the Bahamas. Kind of the same thing what I was going for with this shirt too. Even though it ain't telling a lot, when somebody asks you about it, it's like, all right, you get into that conversation, but you won't get it from the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And like you say, it don't have to be flashy. You don't have to put a flag or nothing on it like that.
No conks.
Right. You don't
No
gotta do all that. You don't gotta like put it in your
No
face.
seashells.
Right. You don't gotta put it in the people's face, but at the same time, you know, it could be pride once you say, look, it came from the Bahamas. So, like I say, thank you for being an encouragement to me, honestly, from seeing this.
welcome.
And I like seeing you on this whole big scale and stuff like that too.
Thank you. Thank you.
But no go over that. I just wasn't catching my bread while I saw it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, most definitely.
No, but even when and shout out actually another person who's supposed to go by to do a pod, Miss Sands. And the lovely people of NRG.
NRG. Listen.
Like they
make
hold
sure y'all go to
uniform.
NRG. Get the green smoothie. Get
I get Ali the broccoli tempura.
the peas and rice.
I never had that.
Salmon.
I don't
Let me
eat
tell you, my girl, the juices.
the juices.
The NRG juices, which my friend Dawn Sands at NRG makes herself. She squeezes those things herself, okay?
Right.
I'm just saying.
And then because I saw their uniform have Emaj Style on it. So, could someone come to you for designing their uniforms and things like that, or how does that process work?
I'll tell you what. Not really.
Okay.
At all.
Only for the special people.
Let me tell you, that T-shirt. No, they did that themselves.
Okay.
That T-shirt is so simple. I don't know if you know the name of that one, but that one's called the Mogul T-shirt.
Okay.
And and every time people come into the store, I'm like, this is the Mogul T-shirt. If you're of the Mogul mindset, this is the T-shirt that you should be wearing. And most of the people that choose that shirt are entrepreneurs, because you can dress a T-shirt as simple as that. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, and then too, the quality is something I've been.
Yeah, because when they put this on, I was like, this feels really like different.
Yeah, but I've been told that, like, because I have guys that are like, listen, this T-shirt does not fade. That's the one black T-shirt that you can have that can be black for long. You have to beat that bad in the washing machine. I'm not just tooting my store's horn. They say the fish. What it is?
The fishermen never call their fish stink.
Yeah, so you got to ask somebody, but the black T-shirts are Emaj, but they don't fade too soon. And then the logo is so small.
Yeah.
It's neat. And as an entrepreneur, that's another thing. So that T-shirt.
Subtlety?
Very subtle. Like you could put on a pair of dress pants and loafers and put that T-shirt on. And let me tell you, you look hella expensive. That's what I was told. Someone was like, I had someone come and like, if I put this on, would I look like money? And I was like, well, put it on. She's like, oh, I look like money.
Don't I look like money? I look like a summer.
Because in the Bahamas, there's one thing that we have to talk about. We like to look rich, my boy.
Yeah.
We like to look like money. We could outdress anybody any day. Put us to the test.
Put me to the test right now. You don't even know what this is.
You fly. You fly, dude.
Shout out to Gigo too.
You fly.
Hey, big shout out.
You got your own thing going on. You're unique. You're different, and it works.
But that's what I think Emaj is about. Emaj Style.
Exactly. Just do whatever. Streetwear, that's like art. There are no rules. Streetwear, there are no rules whatsoever. Like, do whatever you want to do. And that's what Dawn did. She took that Mogul T-shirt. She slapped the NRG logo on there.
I didn't even know. Like, I didn't know that it was a Emaj Style T-shirt until like I looked at it and I was like,
on
I see
Instagram.
No, when I was in person, I looked at the shirt and I was like, oh yeah, y'all get this from this. And then they said, like, oh yeah, because her dad was in the store and I was talking to all of them at the time. And then she was like, yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah.
Down there, I was like, oh, I just recently met her. Interesting. This sounds small, and I be meeting different people.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. One of the best things that's like you guys are creative. I'm so happy that I met you guys. I think it was divine purpose that we met. That you were visiting my neighbors who I miss so much that day. It's being around like-minded people.
But you even actually, fun fact too, she even captured the energy of the original store owner.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because my shout out Kevin. He listened to the part too. He's a fashion designer.
Okay. Hi, Kevin. Who's his name?
Kevin Strachan.
Okay.
Like he used to have his boutique inside there, and that's the first time I came
for real?
here.
Hi, Kevin. I feel your energy. I feel your spirit.
Well, yeah, but like he listened to the part. We had him on. He was like episode 8 or 7, like year 1. But yeah, collaborating with energy with creators and you sharing energy. A lot of times, what you put out can come back to you. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's important. And then it's important, your brand is important.
Yeah.
Because as small as this place is, your reputation is everything. So what you do to one person, the next person going to see.
Yeah.
So,
that's so true. Yeah.
But yeah,
Real
but so with the same the sip and paint, because I know you wanted to like expand that a little bit.
Yeah.
So like, what's your plans for that?
So I'll tell you, originally, right, when I started the store, my plan, the very first sip and paint, I did experimentally. So I used only my my personal WhatsApp status. So I had about 15, 16 people show up. It was a paint, sip, and twerk, and it was $50.
Paint, swip.
Yeah, you got to talk about this twerk. You got to talk about that.
Talk about that specifically.
I can't just remember in my head.
So I'm going to post that somewhere on the stories very soon.
Actually, give us all them clips so we can put it.
I will.
Like, insert
Because
right
I'll tell you what happened. Originally, before the whole COVID-19 pandemic, I'm frustrated with COVID.
Say it with utter disgust.
Yeah, just a disgrace. So I don't know if you guys realize this, but I'm very animated. I change my hair color often. So sometimes, according to my mood, the hair could be blue, it could be pink, it may be white, it may be, but today is black. Mm-hmm. So I have all these wigs and stuff in the store. Had a whole paint, sip, and twerk as my friend. She has a brand called Twerk Out Fun with Tamra. So she's a twerk queen, right? So
why is she a twerk?
Man, twerk
we
queen
need
in
proof.
the Bahamas.
Well, I Twerk Out Fun with Tamra. You're gonna have to get to know these guys so that you can show them your twerking. Or you guys, I think she has some video posted on her social media handle. You can take a look at it.
Tell her, get at me. DM Lord Jalen Willett.
Okay. But so when the first month that the store was open, there was no COVID. I threw it just experimentally because it was my way of making myself some personal cash. Mm-hmm. And so it was a Valentine's Day weekend. We painted the male part because there was only like 15 girls here. Nobody had a date.
Painting the male part.
Females, let me tell you, look at the portfolio.
But y'all,
females we gotta look at least
know. Yeah,
we clipping that.
I
think we gonna look at the male part just.
Let me tell you.
I'm saying they just randomly. We're gonna paint the male part.
Let me tell you, if I get like 10 girls in here for like a girls' night out, and I give them the binder to pick whatever they want to paint, it's always
this one.
Peonies.
Right.
This one. They're like, I want to do that.
What?
So that's the most popular piece ever.
I wonder why.
I mean, hey, y'all need any live models, eh?
Okay.
I about to strike a pose.
You're gonna have to put on the Mario costume. At least a hat.
Right.
But anyway, that was successful and it was fun. Because I don't know if y'all noticed, there's I wanted the store to be like a fun party spot, right? So I'm still trying to get it there. But like the darker it gets, you know, eventually I can switch on the lights. There are party lights all in the store, so we can turn it into a whole like nightclub.
Put your hand on my shoulder. Actually, we should. All right, you already have to hit that switch.
No, wait, I got the plug. See, I got the plug them in. As a matter of fact, some young guys during the start, while we were like when we came out of that first portion of the lockdown.
Yeah,
these guys were working for the hotel, and I was following them on TikTok, and they started I guess they bought these LED lights.
Yeah, because Amazon got all kind of sale on them.
So these young guys, these young 20-year-olds, started up a business where they came to your house and for $50, they install these lights in your bedroom and stuff. You know, and I thought that was so amazing. So I had them come in here, and for like $110, they did this. And they did the Emaj car, you know, the little black Paso that they say run the road.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I saw it out front when I was coming in.
Yeah, the little Paso. So, but as far as the paint and sip goes, you know, it's just another element. It's just I want everyone. A lot of people shop online. Indeed. I do a lot of deliveries, but I also want people to see my storefront and get an appreciation for it. And I also wanted to create an atmosphere because, you know, the clothes can sell online. So I shelf them, almost like what you go when you go to food store. So you still have...
you made it like a boutique.
Yeah, you still have a shopping experience. You can still try the clothes on in the store, but I wanted to make space to make room to use the space for something else. Something artistic, something creative, something therapeutic, because these are some rough times. Indeed. And so for $15...
15, how much?
15,
15.
You can come, you can choose from my portfolio, you can choose whatever you want to paint. I can give you some instruction. You and a couple girls, you can, or just a simple date or whatever. It's a simple outing. You know, we got to be in the house.
Who wanted to find your love part 2 again?
You know,
actually, this would be a good
spot.
This would be a little spot. We could do that.
Hey, we need
It's going to be right here in this store.
Yeah. Actually, we will talk about that after this.
Yes. This is where part 2 is going to be, guys. But yeah, it's a quick, and you don't know what? The environment is child-friendly, too. You know, I've been doing big groups. If it's too large, because of the COVID situation, we take half of it outside. Okay. And you're still in a nice environment, you know. And because when I took this store on, it wasn't. It's in a tourist it's in the tourist district. I mean,
do you feel so?
Yeah, this is where like the cruise ship came.
Yeah, I think they're still attached to.
Yeah.
And yeah, because like she said, the cruise ship is right there.
Yeah, but my viewpoint at like, especially like this plaza is like, you know, upskill, like if you know type of spot.
No, but guess what? See, for me,
I see what you're saying there.
But this is the thing. I chose this spot because I like the environment. I like the whole, all the aesthetics of the store, first of all. And then I figured I can work and get, like what I'm doing right now, get my people to come here. But then I'd still have access to people outside the country, so it would have been an easy way for the brand to travel.
Indeed.
But ultimately, this store is for Bahamians. This brand is for Bahamians. It's downtown because I want to give a Bahamian brand some exposure to people from the outside world, but this is for Bahamians. Like, everything is Bahamian first. It's like, I don't have to charge an arm and a leg for a paint and sip. I'm creating an experience. The canvas is not as big as the other canvases.
I mean, but
no big deal at all.
All you got to do is turn on the light and put your hand on my shoulder.
No big deal at all.
You know, and you have the opportunity. You can bring your own bottle. I have glasses for rent. You don't want to drink. You don't have to drink. You can come shop. You can come paint. You can do whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable with. But I just wanted to create that vibe, you know. And it's COVID times, and My people, the buying power of a lot of our people is down, and they want to go out and they need some therapy. They need to get away from home. And so this is an easy, simple, cheap, affordable way for them to do it.
Indeed, she said a mouthful. I just want to wait. Just go dark. You saw old Peachy just can't hit that switch. And they'll be like...
I'll tell you what, just plug it in.
All right.
There's a see, look, you see? Like, look, there's a cord coming from there. You just have to put it into, yeah. And see, there's a cord there. Yeah, so plug it in.
So what's next for Emaj Style? Because you have the trends, you have the collaborations, you have the paint and sip. I know we talked about when I put you on Giovanni's music.
I'll tell you what,
yeah.
I would love to get Bahamian musicians in the store, in this environment performing. Mm-hmm. See?
That's gonna be on the GoPro cam.
Yeah, you have to switch the lights off. The darker it gets outside, the
more visible.
I may disappear. All of them, yeah. Sorry.
We change.
Okay, so guess what? It's one of those up there. That freaks me out. That's the one thing that freaks me out about this place. Yeah.
As PC goes around trying to set the mood. But yeah. Yeah, but you can still see it on the GoPro. So as what I was saying now? All kind of people passing there. This is there's a lot of foot traffic that comes through there.
Yeah.
But as far as you getting artists to perform and things like that.
I would like to do that. I'd really like to do that. I'm just waiting to see what happens with the whole COVID, because the numbers rising.
Yeah, it is.
And so
everybody's scared of that. Be like, when is the lockdown gonna happen? But I think, well, not to really get too much into that, but it's like, between people becoming vaccinated or if the vaccines run out because of what's going on in India, we just gotta wait and see.
Let me ask.
Huh?
I say it's a weird catch-22 right now.
Yeah.
So let me get Trapsy on y'all. Y'all taking the vaccines?
It's 2023 for me.
Yeah. I'm going to wait till 2025.
Yeah, I ain't took it yet. I can wait as long as I need to.
I can't.
Yeah, because and I've been doing research behind it to where it's understanding the science of how
vaccines are made.
Not just vaccines, but these new ones what they bring on the market and why the short period of testings as such is because they're basically synthesizing and manipulating the DNA of certain diseases. And I'm not against that science, but the thing about it is I'm not going to be the first one in line to see how it works. I'm going to wait until y'all 2023 for me because I ain't got no money right now, so I ain't going nowhere.
And you want to know what? I can say something a little controversial up in here.
All right.
Okay. So everything is digital. There's all type of robotics coming up. All type of people. All type of, self-serve everything. Employeeism going out the door. How you gonna take care of all these people that can't sustain themselves? I don't want to. I feel like
guess what?
Kill me.
Guess what? But I am legend. IR Robot 2.
Right.
I am Legend 2 and IR Robot 2. But
let me tell you, I seen they got in America right now. There's some new style ATM machines with the palm.
Everything is a robot.
There's all type of robot dogs moving around. Amazon got a store that don't need no employees.
Right.
There's coffee shops with robots selling coffee.
But you want a robot arm or
No.
Bucky.
Just be a cyborg.
And they trying to give me a vaccine? No.
Man.
I'm sorry. I have to pass up on that one. I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait to see how many casualties or non-casualties there are, and then I can make my decision. But for right now,
2023.
Yeah, it's like 2023, 2025 for me, somewhere around there. Yeah. And I'm keeping myself safe. I'm wearing my mask. I'm disinfecting.
Yeah,
and
protocols.
all this kind of stuff.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm staying home. I don't go out.
Yeah, I don't like people.
Yeah, I don't
so
be
you know.
in a bunch of crowded
Yeah,
spaces
so,
or
you know.
anything.
Right.
But I'm sorry, but I see
No type bodies.
humanity is not really needed anymore. So you know, I'm woke.
The robot. So you saying we
woke.
about to be man versus machine?
Yeah, I'm woke.
Like remember in TBC with the androids coming. Every soon have an organic organism like cell.
Yeah,
Man.
you know,
But
sterilization, depopulation. I'm just saying.
yeah. But thank you again, Miss Jackson. This was
a
great.
pleasure.
This was great.
So much fun.
Yeah. I told you this would like, you know,
Yeah.
you get on behind these lights and just
I hope the other your guests don't think I'm a little too crazy, but
no, we've done
man,
crazy
good.
things.
Yeah.
Crazier things.
before.
Definitely.
Oh, but good thing I didn't come in there, especially where I was threatening to bring my sword.
let me tell you something. You should have told. Let me tell you.
She wants to cosplay.
If
Yeah, but you
you
got
told me
to.
you was gonna bring your swords, I would have told you. I would have like put on my white wig. You know,
Actually, I saw the wigs in the back.
Tell me next time.
Yeah. But next time
Next
it's gonna
time.
be soon because
This is not just me. Like I'm costume queen. Have you
Alright.
seen my mask videos on Instagram?
That's it. I am on Instagram.
we
I don't
we
play
go
with-
insert that at the
Right.
bottom. But we like to thank you again. This was being good. Peace and love.
Thank you.
We will be returning to Emaj Style very soon
Yes.
in the future.
Oh yes.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
Look forward.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, yes. See.